Hi, y'all. My name is Bethany, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Compaas. We build compensation analytics for growing companies. So if you've ever worked in a company, you know that compensation is a hard problem. Companies can never tell if they're underpaying or overpaying their employees. If you do tech companies, then you start to think about stock. Stock makes things even more complicated. Next thing that happens is that managers are put in a position of having to make a decision about how much to pay somebody or give them a raise. They act locally. They don't understand the global implications of all of these choices. Basically, benchmarks are not enough. And the thing is, companies are literally made of people. So while good compensation won't keep your best employees, bad compensation is a guaranteed way to lose the best people you have. But this is about so much more than retention these days. We see headlines all the time from companies that have lost track in how compensation is distributed inside their company. And in our pilot, we found that there was at least one company that was underpaying their demographic groups by up to 27%. Big companies, really big companies, they already know this is a problem. They're spending over $1 billion a year on compensation alone, which makes compensation the fastest growing segment in HR tech. And here's why they're focusing on this. This is how it works now. Spreadsheets. Really gross, ugly, manually created, carefully wired up, error-prone spreadsheets that are made by someone in HR, maybe someone in finance. They're coming in from a whole bunch of different sources to try to bring things together. One error in one of these spreadsheet cells can lead to a compounding problem that falls out to be an ongoing challenge inside your company to discover and remedy. But Compaas gives superpowers to people in HR, compensation, and finance to be able to discover where they have these challenges hiding inside their company and build a great strategy for the future. We do this because HR tech stacks are fundamentally disconnected, but with Compaas, we create great, relevant analytics that are compensation-focused from all of these disparate sources and serve up right to the person who specializes in compensation in the company, relevant, actionable analytics about how they can both fix problems inside their company and plan for the future. We integrate with all of the major HRIS systems and SaaS systems, which means that we stay up to date as companies grow and change. It also means that these systems, which are kind of failing their customers right now in this respect, are able to be extended in that commitment and time and money that the companies have already put into them. So we came out of beta a couple of weeks ago, and in that time, we've already grown our pipeline to $425,000, and it's growing all the time. We've also had 2 customers join us since we came out of beta. The most exciting part, and the reason I have this quote up here, is that our pipeline is fundamentally being driven by word of mouth and recommendations from other HR specialists and compensation specialists who are so excited to see that this underserved segment is finally getting some love, care, and focus. Usually the way that people have worked on this is they've worked with consultants. And the thing about consultants is it's time consuming, it takes a lot of work and energy from the company, and it's slow. But with Compaas, we're able to get analytics that make a big difference to the company's vision, from data complete to analytics in front of them in about a week. My co-founder and I, Ellen mentioned this, I'm an engineer. My co-founder Lisa is a better engineer than I am. And so you might wonder, why are y'all doing HR? Well, it's because we've both been founders before. We've also both been through company acquisitions. So my last company was acquired by Facebook. Her last company was acquired by StubHub. So we've seen the entire range of what happens in a company's life cycle, all the way from the early scrappy, trying to figure it out, to the companies that are a lot more organized and think that they have it down. And we've seen where these tools are breaking down and failing to support the people inside the company all the way through, no matter what stage the company is. On top of that, we're really passionate about creating great products that solve real-world problems, and we know that we have the skills and talent to be able to do it. So here's what's next for us. We're spending Q4 ramping up our sales with that awesome growing pipeline. And on Q1, we want to really focus on making sure that our key customers that we are adding have a great onboarding experience. So Q2, we'll be talking about fundraising. So just to recap, we're veteran founders and engineers in the fastest growing market segment in HR tech with a growing sales pipeline. And we would love to help any of your portfolio companies get better at compensation. So please, if you're willing to, we'd love an introduction. Please come talk to me after. Thank you.